This is a soda. This is a shoe. This is a watch. And if you're marketing your B2B brand like you're marketing these products, you're bound to fail. I mean, you can't just rush out to people and begin telling them, buy my products, buy my service, buy my service, buy. If you're in the world of B2B, the reason being the B2B buyers are different. They are more logical. They do their research. So by the time they decide to go with your brand, there's a lot that has gone behind that whole process. In this video, I'm going to give you the full guide of how exactly you can market your B2B brand in 2026. And for those that don't know, my name is Kenneth Intende. Over the last 15 years, I've been in the world of sales and marketing, selling to thousands of brands. And most importantly, over the last 5 years, I've had the chance to train 500 plus companies on some of these very same principles I'm going to teach you about. So let's get started. First things first, before you even do anything, the first thing you need to understand is, where is my community? What's my ideal customer profile and where are they? Not everyone can be your customer in the world of B2B. If you're selling a service, as an example, let's say you're selling a marketing service, who exactly do you sell to? If you're selling a finance software, who exactly in the company is responsible for that decision? Usually it might be either one person or a group of people. So first of all, get to understand what is that ideal customer profile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you don't yet know what your ideal customer profile is, you can go visit that link, click it, and it will kind of guide you on who exactly your ideal customer profile is. Now, the second thing you need to understand is, where am I going to publish more content? It doesn't make sense to just publish everywhere because, I mean, they told you to publish on social media. Sometimes your community is within Facebook groups. Sometimes it's in LinkedIn groups. Sometimes it's on WhatsApp channels. So before you even get started doing anything, first identify, where are my people? Where are these people that I want situated? Are they in some sort of groups? Are they attending some kinds of events? So before you even get started, those are the two main things that you need to do before we proceed on to the next section. Now, once you're done determining where your ideal customer profile is, the second thing you do is you need to understand how marketing is broken down. So marketing is broken down into three channels. There is what they call awareness, then there's what they call consideration, and there's what they call conversion. I'll take you phase by phase so that you get to understand what each and every one of these is. The first one being the awareness phase. Keep in mind that the awareness is mostly for people that don't really know anything about the problem in the first place. So there are going to be a subset of people that are just beginning to find out. Let's say I was selling marketing services. There are going to be people who are just at the beginning phase of learning marketing. They're getting to understand, what is marketing? Why do I even need marketing in the first place? So when you're creating content for these people, understand that they may be problem unaware. So put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, which kinds of questions will they want to be asking about? Questions as basic as, for example, what should I consider when hosting a company event? Very basic question. Anyone can ask that question, but it's too early to know that this person could even turn into a customer as yet. So the awareness phase is just intended for that reason. Answer some of those basic questions. Yes, they could be broader. Yes, they could attract a lot more people. They're not yet ready to buy, but it begins to get a couple of people into your network. Now, after you've determined the kinds of content you're going to put, the second thing you're going to do is understand where you're going to throw it. Different businesses have different channels. Some businesses will use AI. That means you'll have your blog and keep putting your content into AI engines. Other people are using search engine optimization, meaning you're getting your content and putting it in Google or Bing webmaster tools. Others are posting on YouTube. Keep in mind that it's not really about the channel. It's just about what kind of content are you putting in the channel, because wherever your customers are, this is the type of content you're going to throw there. So the job here is determine, what kind of questions are my ideal customers asking. The generic questions: what is marketing? How do I build a finance system? Too generic, but not yet point of decision making. And these are the questions you feed people, just to act as feeders, to get people aware that, you know what, I might actually have this kind of problem. And how do I go about resolving it? They are problem unaware people, and your job is just to educate them about a given problem, not about your company and what exactly you give them. So that's segment number one. Now, the second segment is what they call consideration. Consideration is where now these people have graduated. They know that they have a problem. They're trying to explore, what options of solutions do I have? This is where they go for questions like, so for example, they were looking for a CRM software to solve their sales management problem. So how do I compare between Tremby and Zoho, EngageBay and Tremby, which is a better fit for my business? What are the options I have? Understand that now these guys are more problem aware and they're now looking for what is my best way of resolving this. I'm trying to find leads. Should I use adverts? Should I use Tremby Sales AI to help me acquire these leads? They're not yet at point of purchasing, but look at them as they've graduated a level a little bit higher. They're now trying to understand what solutions do I have. Now, at that point, that is where you create things like comparison questions between this and this. Who's a better option? Alternatives to this solution. Let's say in the world of finance and you sell an accounting software, what are the QuickBooks alternatives? So why you're feeding that information is so that to help this person make up their mind on who the better choice is. Be the one that educates them, because people tend to believe the person that educates them a little bit better. So at that point, your job is understand which questions they're asking, and within your adverts, whether you're running them on Meta or Google, within your content that you're writing for search engine optimization or AI overviews, and that just the trick here is just feed the relevant content that helps them make up their mind. Because most times the person that helps them in this decision making process is the one that they tend to relate with or go with at the end of the day. The final segment is what they call conversion. These are now people who are ready to buy from you. They're asking themselves, how do I get started? What is my process of actually achieving my results? So at this point, focus on creating the relevant content. Ask yourself, the people that engage with us, they close with us, what queries do they need resolved? Ask yourself questions like, how do I sign up for this service? How much is it going to cost me? What is that full annual package? So find somewhere, probably a frequently asked questions or within the very resources themselves. Give them discounts, because that at this point in time, we're trying to convince them to buy from us. Just understand that, you know what, that people at awareness level, consideration level, and conversion level just receive different forms of content. No matter where you're throwing it, whether it's on Google, whether it's here, your job is create the different forms of content and distribute that different form of content across the different channels where your customers are. My name is Kenneth Intende once again, and this video should act as your guide for 2026 marketing for B2B. If you're looking for a software that can help you find leads, engage these leads, follow up, something that helps you fill your sales pipeline, check out tremby.com. But that's all from me today. Bye-bye, folks.